Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today I'm going to tell you what I consider are the best cologne that I've ever smelled. So I'm going to start with, I don't know if I should call it honorable mention or anything, but fragrances that are not technically cologne, but that are in some way clones. And by the way, there's no specific order. It's just fragrance that I think smell good, and especially versus the fragrance that they are cloning or at least similar. So the first one I will talk about is Aspen, and Aspen, it's a really nice, really fresh fragrance. Smell like if you're in a little cabin that you're cleaning the whole cabin with a strong lemon cleaner, and the windows are open and there's the wind of the outside coming. It smells really great. At first I didn't like it, but after a time I had to buy another bottle because I gave the first one. But it's really amazing, and if you don't know, it's not really a cologne, it's kind of own thing, but it's a cologne of cooled water, which some people would say it's a clone of Green Irish Tweed. The Cool Water brought more in the world than Green Irish Tweed, so I would say it's a cologne of Cool Water. But a bit ironic is that both fragrances belong to the same company, Coty, but it's really nice. I would say it's better than Cool Water. Next one, it's Vanille Debauche by Kai's Perfume. Now, this fragrance is not a cologne. It really have its own distinctive element to it, but it smells a lot like Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. And I would say the quality would be somewhat similar, but the smell is better in Kai's Perfume, and it's way cheaper. So for me, it doesn't worth even buying Tobacco Vanille unless you're an amazing Tom Ford fan or an amazing tobacco fan and you want to have all of those fragrance, or you just want to show off that you have the money to buy Tobacco Vanille. If not, if you just want a super amazing tobacco fragrance, this one is way better. Last one in the more honorable mention, Red by Giorgio Beverly Hills. And this fragrance, it's more in the honorable mention is own thing because I'm not quite sure if it's really a cologne, but it smells a lot like Drakkar Noir. I would say I know some people like it more than Drakkar Noir. It's more woody than Drakkar Noir. Drakkar Noir is more fresh. It's really definitely a great take on that DNA. It's really amazing. I won't say it's better than Drakkar Noir. I think Drakkar Noir is better, but it's really amazing. I have both in my collection because both are really great. Now I'm gonna go with real cologne, and I will start with this one. Rinse Wash, which it's a clone of Aqua di Gio. It's not a clone of specifically Aqua di Gio. It might remind me of Perfume also a little bit. And there's a little something of Nautica Voyage, but I like it. Aqua di Gio is known to not last long. This one doesn't last super long either. I think it have a bit more longevity than Aqua di Gio, the original, not Perfume though. But it smells way better. And also, at the time it was released was way cheaper. I'm not quite sure if it still exists because it's from Zara, and Zara, they kind of suck. So discontinue the best fragrance all the time. Rinse Wash, really great. Now, another one would say Rinse Wash is probably the best clone from Zara. And what is the number 2 clone from Zara? It's Seoul Summer, which have actually a longer name, but still summer. This fragrance is a clone of Invictus Aqua. I think the original, not quite sure the original or the second re-release. Sadly, I haven't got the chance to smell Invictus Aqua, but I smell other fragrance in the same family, including Mont Blanc Legend Spirit, and Still Summer smell really great. Longevity is not super good as Zara, but the smell is amazing. Now, next one is Club de Nuit Intense Man, and even though a lot of people hate it, it smells great. Maybe there's a lot of lemon and you don't like it, and it's alright if you don't like it. You're not obligated to enjoy Club de Nuit Intense Man. I think it smelled just really great, and I had a chance to smell Invictus. Don't know which version it was. It was a decan. It doesn't really matter. At the end, I smell a lot of Creed fragrance, and I don't think any of them are really worth the money. The most of what you're paying in Creed fragrance is just the fact that you can say you can afford to buy a Creed fragrance. That's a lot of what you're having from those fragrances. Trip de Nuit Osman, I mean, it's cheap, smells great. You might not like the opening, I actually do. Fragrance lasts a whole day, project like crazy, smell amazing, gets you compliment, and it's everything you might want for cheaper than the original price of the fragrance. Next one, we're gonna go with Just Jack Italian Leather, and this fragrance is really great. Longevity is not super good. It's not necessarily better than the original, but it's really nice and it's really cheap, so it's kind of worth it. There's a lot of Tom Ford clones in that list, as you'll see. It just smells really amazing. I love to wear it at least once during the summer, even though it's a leather fragrance. I know the little raspberry in it makes it nice, sweet, and great for summer. And as you can see in the bottle, I kind of really like to wear it more than once in the summer. Next one is Orchid Noir, still by Just Jack. This is a clone of Black Orchid. Now, if I compare it to Black Orchid, I would say the smell is not quite the same, at least not on my skin. On paper it's really similar, but on my skin it's really different. Personally, I would say Orchid Noir is better smelling, and it's just my personal opinion, but it's really great. It's different enough so you might like one more than the other. What's nice with Orchid Noir is that it smells like orchid. Black Orchid on my skin smell like chocolate, which is a bit disappointing. It's more like my skin DNA. Longevity, I mean, Orchid Noir is not as good, but it's still amazing. Black Orchid is just like really great, the longevity, but Orchid Noir still lasts the whole day, project really well. I would say it might be a bit synthetic and might be a bit harsh, especially in the opening, but it still smells really nice. And that's not number one actually, but this one I would say is probably compared to the original, it's definitely the number one. And it's Pure Carbon by Just Jack, clone of Noir Anthracite. I would say the quality is really similar. Maybe Pure Carbon might be a little bit lower than Noir Anthracite, but not so much lower. At least it doesn't occur to me as being so much lower. Maybe with the ingredient it might be different. What makes me think it's better. It really smells similar. It lasts longer and it project more. So for cheaper now, like Noir Anthracite had been discontinued, I think. But even if it would not be discontinued, for cheaper, you would have the same smell with better performance. So it's just doesn't make sense to get the original. This one is really good. So one of my favorite Just Jack. I would say maybe my second I like to wear the most. Sure, of course, this one. And that's about it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If it's the case, well, like and share. If you're a big fan of clones, tell me which clone is your favorite one and what it's a clone of and why you like it more than the original. So thanks for watching and see you soon.